Hey everybody, this is Deborah Richmond and I'm here to show you something really cool today. This is something I just got from Tutto, a company that has specialty luggage, and it is a sewing machine carrier. Now, the reason why I started talking to this company is because I am going to be going to another quilt retreat. I do them twice a year at least. My mother has a retreat in northern Michigan. She has a quilt shop, and so I'm always taking all of my stuff back and forth, and my sewing machine I usually bring in an old carrier case that I have, but it's really old and very outdated and really ragged. And so the last time I was at a large quilt show, I saw these cases and I started talking to the company. They had sent me a case to show you exactly what's available for you for taking your sewing machine places, whether you're going to classes, whether you're going to retreats and camps. This is really something, and I just got it out of the box, so I'm going to show you exactly as I'm seeing it. You get to see it too. The first thing that you're going to notice is that it's very flat. Now, I asked them to send me a large one so it would fit my sewing machine, and so this is not big enough for my sewing machine, but that is because it is collapsible. Now let me show you. On the side you can see that there are these foldable collapsible braces. I'm going to snap these into place. And they feel really, there we go, they feel really solid, which I like, because if I'm going to be collapsing it when I'm restoring it and not using it, I want to know that it's really easy. And it is really easy. There's a release latch on there where I can just click that, push that in. I'm going to be able to now push down on that brace and fold it back up. But I want to know how sturdy is it when it's open, and the answer is it feels really sturdy. It's got this nice framework. So let me just show you as much as I can here. There's a flap on the top that has a nice handle so that I'm going to be able to zip this up so it's nice and secure, and I can lift it if I need to get over some stairs when I'm carrying. That's good. Inside, it's nice and roomy for my machine, which is going to be plenty of room for the size of my machine. Now the first thing I'm seeing here on the side is a flap to open. Look at that. This is a nice flat spot for me to put flat projects and also pockets. I've got a pocket here and here and here that I'm going to be putting, I can see putting rotary blades. Oh, and look at this. There's a nice big pocket behind. Rulers. Rulers are going to go really nicely in there. Things that you want to keep flat. So different, nice compartments there for storing different pieces. Okay, let me zip that back up. On the outside of this flap that I just opened, there's another pocket. How fun is this? And this pocket also has, straps. Which I'm going to have to, oh, how nice. These are straps that are going to allow me to strap. So my guess is, let's see if I'm right. Oh, look at this. So here's the other side of those straps. I am going to be able to strap things on top of this case. Oh, now, you know why that's nice. I'm going to be able to put, say if I have to put a roll of batting or roll up a quilt on top, I can put it on it and drag this with me. Let me show you too. This does have, and I haven't attached it yet, it does have a handle. So here's the handle that came with the bag. Now, this is really interesting. I'm thinking I don't want to assemble anything when I get this bag because I'm really not good at assembly, but it looks like it just slides in here. That will make me very happy. Oh, it's spring-loaded. Oh, it's spring-loaded, so all I have to do is snap it on. All right, so now I have a nice case to pull. Again, so I'm going to put a whole bunch of stuff on top of this case using the straps. Now I can pull it with me. Fantastic. Now, also what you're seeing is this in front is opening up. So I can put my machine, drop it in the top, or I can slide it in the side. I love that. Because my last case, I often had to kind of shove my machine down in because it wasn't quite big enough. You know, I had to take off the arm first so it fit, and then I kind of had to shimmy it down. I never liked that because, you know, we pay so much for our machines and we use them. I use mine constantly that I don't want anything happening to them. So this is, I'm going to be using this side load for sure. Now also, you can see this pack also has, it's out of my way, I also have more places. These are all pockets. More pockets, plenty more pockets to put different things into, all the tools. So I can see I'm going to use that quite a bit. Another side flat compartment for sliding things in. Fantastic. Another space in the front for putting, it's big, I can't get around, for putting things in. There you go. There's those straps. I can pull them right out of this top. And that's what I'll do. So when I'm strapping things over the top to pull with me, maybe boxes of thread, things like that. Also, again, another pocket in the front. Fantastic. Fantastic. Also to show you, let me put these out of the way. I'm really excited to load this up and put things in it ready for camp. I absolutely can't wait. When I go to camp, I take a lot of things, so this is really nice. Zipping up the top. Let's show you the side here. Look at this pocket. How nice. How nice to have a nice big pocket, be able to put more pins and notions. How nice to have another pocket to put lots of pins and notions, pin cushions, those types of things. And yep, we have the same thing on this side as well. So I cannot wait to use this. This is feeling just really solid to me, easy to use, easy to get things in and out of. It wheels very nicely. Look at this. You know, my last one, it would go one direction, just forward and back, and then you had to move it around if you wanted to change. But check out this. If I'm going that direction, it's the reels are rotating in the front so that I can directionally, as I'm pulling it. I love that. Just love that. Fantastic. So this is by Tutto. Now, they sent me purple. I love the purple. They also have other colors. I asked them, send me what's your most popular color, and they said, well, as a matter of fact, one of our most popular colors is purple. So I said, absolutely, send it along. And I love it. People are going to know it's my case from a distance, that's for sure, unless someone has one like it. But check it out. The information is going to be below as far as where you can get a hold of these. It's going to be at tutto.com. Check it out for yourselves. Now, I showed you before my machine sewing case by Tutto.com, and I wanted to show you again. I've been packing, and I want to show you how I have put things together inside my bag to take to the retreat. Let me just show you real quick here. So you can see I have my sewing machine. It's ready to go. I was able to just slide it right in. Next to it, I was able to put the cords. I didn't even unplug the cords. Fantastic. So I'll be able to slide it straight out, plug in my machine, plug in the power source for the light that I use on top of my machine, and I'm going to be ready to sew within minutes of showing up to quilt camp, and that's what I like. You can also see too, there are pockets here where I was able to put a lot of the sewing things. Really, in this case, I have all of the notions I want to take with me, all of the tools I want to take with me, including the sewing machine itself, and I'll show you. And I still have plenty of room in these pockets. So as I'm not ready to leave for camp quite yet, but tonight I'm sure I'll be thinking about many more things that I have forgotten. I'll be coming back down here to put in more things. Let me just show you real quick. Turn the case around again. It rolls really nicely, which is nice. But you can see here I was able to use, hopefully you can see it, I was able to use this big pocket here on the side for my rulers, and that's really important. I was able to put many more of them in there than I usually take. I usually only take a couple rulers because I have to stick them in the bag and they're sticking out and I'm afraid I'm going to break them and it's awkward. This is really nice. With this large bag, I'm able to put those rulers in there, several of them. They stay nice and flat. They've got their own pocket. So I have everything in here that I need for tools as far as the sewing machine and all of the notions and tools, but what I don't have in here are any of the projects. Well, let me show you what else they sent me. Hang on just a second. We're just going to put this to the side. They also sent me, Tutto also sent me this, which is the embroidery case. In fact, I'll give you the full name of it. It's the Embroidery Project Bag. This is amazing. Let me just give you a tour of the bag. I just went through it quickly, but I just pulled it out myself. Let me turn it around to the back first and let me show you something. This is a sleeve. You've seen this maybe on some of your other luggage. This would be nice for if you can slide it right over the handle of your rollaway luggage to be able to carry with you. And you could do that with this case, but let me show you something else in a minute as far as how I'm going to carry these cases together. But this is a nice sleeve you can use that way. Let's turn it around. I'm going to show you the front pockets. So this first front pocket is one nice deep pocket, and it's lined in the vinyl so that it's easy to the nylon fabric. So I can put lots of things in there, nice and big. Second pocket here in the front, zips all the way down. Oh, look at this. I hope you can see this with the black color. This opens up so that it has many different pieces here for organization. So these are, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put in here, but I could easily see myself having this sitting next to me, and I could put like my credit card and maybe cash or wallet right here, so it's really easy to pull out. The retreat that I'm going to is going to be at a hotel, so I'm going to have my hotel key with me, so I might be able to put that very easily in some of these pockets. My cell phone, so I could grab them very easily as I get up and down from my sewing station. Pockets here. This one has a place for you could put ID of some sort there. Here's a pocket, opens up nice and deep. So there's lots of different organizers that you can use any way you like. These unzip, opens up again. This one unzips, opens up again. You can put writing utensils here. Very, very nice. And then it flaps open so that when I'm leaving if I grab my stuff and I'm going to head over to the little vendor booth area, I can close it right up. So now let's open up the main section. Also, the top of the case has a really nice handle. In fact, it's a nylon braided handle, but it also has a rubberized piece to it that's really nice for gripping. If it's heavy and I'm carrying it, it's not going to cut through my hand, and hopefully it'll be heavy. I'm going to put a lot of stuff in it, so let's unzip this. All right, so let me turn it around. This is really interesting. This top layer has the first zipper on the top, one big pocket for putting all kinds of fabrics, patterns, kits. So I can put all kinds of stuff in there. These other pockets here, really nice. Here's another zipper pocket for this section right here, and it's nylon, so you can see right in it. I can see easily starting to put like fat quarters here. Thread. That might be a good place for thread. This might be the better place for fat quarters. These are pockets that have an elastic at the top, so they expand open. I can stuff them with fat quarters and scraps. These are a little bit smaller, so I can do smaller scraps there, roll up some fabrics. This is really interesting. This top layer here has a divider that opens up. Now here's what's really nice about this. This is a foam piece that is covered, it's firm, but it's covered in a kind of a polyester flannel feeling fabric, so that I could see this doubling for while I'm on the road. This could double as a flannel board, a design board. So if I have a block I'm putting together, I can put the pieces up here. So let's say I'm able to set this on the chair near me, and I can prop it, and then I could have the pieces of my block right here on the board, ready to go. It feels like I could even pin into it if I want to, so that's nice too. It flaps down, so you actually have two sides of this that I can use that way. So we'll see how I use it. It may be that I want it sitting next to me with it flat like this, so I can just reach down and use it that way. So we'll see, but that's really cool. This pocket here, first of all, I have a strap, shoulder strap, which is really nice. Let me lift it up so hopefully you can see. There are two straps that will strap across, so I can put lots of things in here, really load it, and use those straps to secure whatever I have in here. Here's what's really interesting about the inside of here. All of these pieces look like they are Velcro, and that they're removable. They are. So while this is a nice pockets for me to put things, I think I'm going to leave it that way. However, if I get to a point where maybe I have something where I have several large yardage pieces, I could remove these completely and use that bag just for the yardage pieces. So it makes it really versatile about how we want to use it. Now I know for what I'm going to be using this camp, I'm going to be using these pockets because I've got lots of different pieces of smaller scraps that I'm going to be using to put into a scrap quilt while I'm at camp and working on. So a large part here and then some small pieces. This is going to be so nice to put all of my projects in, or at least a large part of my projects. I always take more to camp than I think I'm going to use because you just don't want to run out. You want to have too much. You don't want to have too little. So let me show you what I'm going to be doing with this bag. This, again, the construction just feels so good and sturdy. The zippers are just so nice. You can just see that they're not chintzy. They're not going to break because I'm going to load this fabric. So I need to know those zippers are going to be really, really secure because I want to be able to really ream on them if I happen to have a lot that I have to put in here. Let's do this the right way. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use this case right on top. Now they're a nice size to fit together. One of the things I did is when I did talk to the salesperson, I made sure that the case that I ordered for the embroidery that they sent me, I made sure that it was going to fit really well with this size. And this is a large machine carrier. And so they said this is the size they recommend. So you can see, I'm going to tighten it down. You can tighten that thing right down. It's going to stay on top. Now when I roll it, I've got both with me. Nice. Really nice. That way I'm not going to have to, I could even still stack things higher because I still have some room on the top of this. So if I wanted to, if I didn't have to go too far, I could still put like a couple quilts or battings on top. So again, this is the luggage specifically for quilters and sewers by Tutto.com. The information is going to be below. I highly recommend it. I'm loving how sturdy it is. I'm loving how solid it feels, how well it's made. I think this is going to last me a very, very long time to take with me to many, many quilt retreats. Thanks for joining me.
And be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can do so here by clicking the subscribe button. That way you'll find out about new videos as they become available.
To put more pins and notions. Oops, hang on.